Hey everybody, it is August 4th, 2018. It's 1:36 a.m. in the morning. Sorry about that. This is episode 183. I was waiting for the Costa Rica Star to post today's video for their publication, which it is now up. But since I got tired of waiting, I went to sleep about 6 or 7 or something. It took a while to kick in, and I woke up about 1. So it's weird. I have very weird hours. So I apologize for this coming up so late. So in today's cartoon, I'm doing something that most of you people may not even get. It's a huge sacrifice, but you know what? It's weird. Let me go check something out real quick. I believe it has received pretty good shares today. So apparently there's enough geeks out there to support me. Yeah, it's had 318 shares on Facebook according to the Facebook counter, which may not be accurate. I mean, it might be more than that. I started to do this cartoon on the whole intelligence stuff with all of the Trump people. Sorry, I still just woke up just like I don't know what I'm talking about. Where they gave their briefer and with like Anthony Christopher Ray and Dan Coates and Kirsten Nielsen, you know, the woman who thinks that doesn't know that Norwegians are majority white. But anyway, they gave their whole spiel about, you know, Russia did attack us and they're attacking us again. They're still attacking us. And then later in the day, Trump's at a rally calling it a hoax, even though that's his own people out there. So I started a cartoon on that, and I got 3 little micro videos of it, and then I put it aside. I was debating between this McLovin idea and that one, and I was like, you know what, that other idea is better than the McLovin idea. Let me go with the other idea. And then after I drew the rough, I was like, you know, I still like the McLovin idea. I'm gonna go back to it. So I went back to it, and I think I'm gonna do that other one tonight. I'm gonna finish it up. So I'm glad I saved the beginnings of the video. So when you see that video, you're gonna see it like over 2 days. This one did not take that long. In fact, I finished it by 5 a.m. and I did the blog, and then I went to sleep, and I woke up about 10, and I started working on my Costa Rica cartoon, which I really like my Costa Rica cartoon, but it's not getting enough shares. I don't know why people don't share the Costa Rica cartoons. They just don't. I mean, maybe it hurts that Costa Rica doesn't put them up to like 5 p.m. on a Friday afternoon here on the East Coast, but they shared one last week early on a Monday, like around 9 a.m., and then they're like, see, this is the kind of talking you do. That just look at all the comments and shares it has. And they're like, yeah, but you put it up at the a.m. in the morning, too. Kind of helps. This idea, a lot of people are not going to get the McLovin reference. I'll be like, oh. So, especially some of the older people are not going to get it. And that's okay. That's okay. I don't know a bunch of other stuff that comes out. And this movie it came out 11 years ago. I looked it up and saw that it came out in 2007. But I remember it was a thing everybody was talking about. At least everyone in the world thought it was hilarious. And I thought it was hilarious too. It's from the movie Superbad. And these 3 guys, they're about to graduate, and they got this conflict going that they're all going to separate and go to different schools. And one of them is real needy and whiny and selfish. But they've all decided that they got to have sex before they get to college, because when they get to college, they want to be good at having sex. So they need to go ahead and have it in high school and be bad at sex while they're in high school. Because everyone knows that after the first time you have sex, you're just awesome at it. But anyway, part of the plan is that they have to get alcohol, and they're going to get alcohol for this party that this really cute girl invited them to. And the dorkiest one of the group is named Fogel, and he gets a fake ID. And he doesn't even do that right, because the fake ID is just one name, and it's McLovin. And it's a Hawaiian ID, and he's an organ donor, so that was the funny thing. So that was the whole joke of the movie, is McLovin. And I just love McLovin. if you do a YouTube on McLovin, you'll see why. You'll just see why. So, and I think every dude sees a bit of himself in these dorky kids and how dorky they were like the first time, getting alcohol and chasing girls and not knowing anything and reactions to stuff when it happens. So, anyway, yeah, I like McLovin. There's no reference to the grape series. Just had to make it something stupid. But of course I just get sidetracked with the way I just talking about it and the whole Trump thing about you need to go out and buy. Arguing for voter IDs, saying that you even need IDs to go to the grocery store, go grocery shopping, which we know is not true. And I wrote about this on my blog, and people were talking about, well, I'll get to that in a second. Sarah Huckabee Sanders defended, like, well, when you go to the grocery store and you buy beer and, wine, then you need ID. And yeah, then if they don't ask you for your ID, well, then that's a problem with the grocery store. Again, throw it on somebody else. But the new normal is that she is stupid enough to believe that we're stupid enough to buy that defense. And, yeah, that just kind of annoys me that they think that actually works. And it does work on other people, for like the Q heads. But now some people on my blog were talking about, oh yeah, well, there's another reason why that defense doesn't work. And they're kind of stuck on the whole alcohol part of it. People will get beyond the alcohol thing. Okay, look, I made it a Hawaiian ID. McLovin. It doesn't have anything to do with the alcohol. Donald Trump was not talking about alcohol. He was talking about going to the grocery store and that you need an ID. He might have confused it with renting a video. I don't know. He probably thinks Blockbusters is still around. Who knows? But Donald Trump has never been in a grocery store in his entire life. He's never bought stuff for himself. He's never gone shopping except for, like, playmates and porn stars. Yeah, I like the one on the left. I take 3 of those. He's never been to a grocery store. He's never bought his own hemorrhoid cream, and he's probably gone through a lot. He's never bought his own grapes, if he's ever eaten a fruit or a vegetable. Someone else goes and gets his Diet Cokes for him. Hell, he sent Chris Christie off to McDonald's for him once, which is... I don't get that whole, I have no shame when it comes to Donald Trump. I don't get that. I would not be able to work with someone like that. He expects me to be subservient to him. Probably why I work at home by myself. Nobody talks to me. I don't mind doing stuff for people, but I'm not going to be someone's slave and at their beck and call and treat them as if they're royalty. I should probably do some shout-outs. I got a couple more minutes. Oh no, a couple more minutes. I gotta do something. Somebody else shout out. I know that we got a bunch from the usual consortium, the usual membership. Robert Cortino might have been the first one, and he had not seen yesterday's cartoon, the one with Jim Acosta, all tied up, until we started the video, and he liked it. So thank you, Robert. And Aaron talked about QAnon thing, and you mentioned this on another feedback where the first thing that you thought of was Q from James Bond. Trust me, get away from the James Bond reference with that one. That is intelligence. Q is the antithesis of all that. Yeah, it's totally opposite. So, British intelligence, Q, zero intelligence. Okay? Yeah, get away. Just no. I don't want to hear it again, Aaron. Alright. I just go to Aaron. Aaron is super cool to me. I'm looking at stuff that Earl wrote. About being a D-bag. She liked the cartoon. Torchbearers asking for Costas' autograph. That is true. There was people asking for his autograph when the cameras were off. Although I did see some little kids asking, and they were still screaming and flipping him off while children were asking for his autograph and selfies. And Kenta said that she counted 4 MAGA hats, and that's true. I remember that in the last cartoon. You can see that. And she says not much of a crowd to count. It was still some work, but you're right. It really wasn't that bad. Not like the one I did today for the Costa Rica Star. And said that I should have put in that she counted 4 MAGA hats and 0 pitchforks. And that's something. You're so right. Because I should have thrown in some pitchforks. That would have been cool. Oh, this cartoon is done. Everybody got the shoutouts, I believe. Anyway, thanks for coming by. I have got to go back to work. I got to get to work on my next cartoon. And it's 1:46 a.m. Leave me a comment, click like, share this on social media, and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're new here. And I'll see everybody on Saturday. I'll try to post that one earlier. Sorry about that. Bye.